Good morning and congratulations for taking a first step to solving your slow money blues. My name is Doug, retired U.S. Marine and two-time combat veteran turned entrepreneur at your service. Today's episode is Lazy Larry. You definitely do not want to miss this episode because it's super exciting. Hopefully you had a safe and memorable but uneventful holiday weekend. I know some of us right now are probably still in full-blown recovery mode, but if it's Tuesday, then guess what? Doug is going to be here. I promise you yesterday, I had an awesome time with some amazing neighbors. Did a lot of swimming yesterday, some good eating over the entire weekend. It was awesome, but today is Tuesday, so big shout out to all of our followers, all of our fans. Thank you so much for the great reviews. Also, big shout out once again to all of my fans over in France and obviously here in America. So to ask your question, just simply visit slowmoneyblues.com and click on Ask Doug or submit your question you on IG, Facebook, or Twitter using hashtag Slow Money Blues. What are we going to be talking about today as it relates to Lazy Larry? That's a great question. So we're going to be talking about 3 things to do to have an absolutely lazy business. It tickles me just to even say that. So bear with me for a minute. But before we hop into the episode, as always, I always have these 3 questions at the top of the show. So if it's your first time tuning in, it's okay. You can go back and listen to previous episodes, but I'm going to always ask you these 3 questions. 1, did you do your homework? Maybe I need to rephrase that. Did you do last week's homework? So last week episode was all about Kickstart Kelly. And what were you supposed to do last week? You wanted to develop a Kickstart plan to offset the unexpected, or what we call a crisis management plan. If you want one of those things, it's very easy to do. You can simply Google crisis management plan. Of course, you want to tailor it to your specific business, your specific niche, of course, and where you are located in the earth, because all laws are not created equal as it relates to where you are in the earth. Okay. Also, question number 2: did you say your morning mantra? You have to say that every day. If you were listening last week, I shared it with a dear friend. I share it with a lot of people. And what it does is really just get you focused. So if you didn't say it, I want you to say it with me today. Say, I state your full name. Take 100% responsibility and accountability for my life and actions. I refuse to blame others for my decisions. If I do, I give away all of my power, authority, and promises given to me by God. When you say that, it does something to your inner psyche. And you realize the things that you have control of, and the things you don't have control of, you don't. But believe it or not, you have more control of more things than you know. Question number 3: did you listen to the Monday sneak peek preview? Now, you're probably saying to yourself, well, Doug, I did, but it seems like, we're always ahead now. Well, that's because when we launched season 4, we had a little bit of technical snafu. So instead of just not releasing, I said, you know what? I'm going to release it a week in advance as opposed to a day in advance. So you have plenty of time to listen to it and get prepared for our live show. So who are our sponsors today? It's the same 2 that we've always had. It's LIINKY.com and BIGNET.com. So if you are a mompreneur, dadpreneur, solopreneur, if you're just a side hustler or you got a part-time hustle that you're doing, go to LIINKY.com. That's LIINKY. You can also go on our website, go to slowmoneyblues.com and click on apps. You'll see LIINKY there. You can click on it and get your free account today, your free trial account for 7 days, no credit card required. Check it out. It's super easy to work. And if you want an example, go to LIINKY.com/Slow Money Blues, and you'll see how we set up our account there as well. It's super easy to use. It's fun. It's friendly. I love it. You can do a lot of things when it comes to promotions and just getting your word out and want to connect with people when you start going to networking events, or even if you do it virtually or if you do it live. Now, I cannot believe we are in 2022 and it's actually July of 2022, which means we're at the beginning of Q3, right? For all of my business types out there and entrepreneurs, we're in Q3. We're at the beginning of Q3. I cannot believe we're in the second half of 2022 and it's moving right along and we're doing awesome. I think I'm achieving most of my goals. And before it's all said and done, I'm quite sure I'll achieve all my goals for 2022. But my main issue is in 2022, people still have a digital dilemma. They don't know how to do social media marketing or advertising. They don't know how to, they don't know how to create a website. They don't know how to do e-commerce or email marketing. Well, we have a solution for you. Our partner, BIGNETDOMAIN.com, where the net just got bigger, can help you do all of those things. So if you need web hosting, if you need templates, they have over 300 templates out there that you can choose from depending on what your niche is, whatever the case may be. You get free hosting when you actually sign up for an account. Also, when you go there today and you decide to purchase something, when you check out, use promo code BIGNET and you will get a savings. So BIGNET Domain, where the net just got bigger, it can help you get bigger, help your business get bigger, and guess what? Help you achieve this elusive thing called financial independence and stop you from having a digital dilemma. So let's hop right into the show. So I know a fellow entrepreneur that I affectionately call Lazy Larry. Now, I know that sounds very, very weird, being an entrepreneur and being lazy. Or does it? Let's get personal. Larry is really not lazy. See, when he first started, he worked 80 hours a week. Now, you do realize there's only 40 hours in a week, but he worked, there's the typical work week is only 40 hours. There's 162 hours in a week. So he spent half the week working. Subsequently, he built a system which runs 24/7, 365. Larry now makes 6 figures a month. Do you want to be like Lazy Larry? If you do, I want you to stay tuned because you can learn exactly what Lazy Larry did, which takes us back to our main points, which are 3 things to do to have a lazy business. Before we actually hop into this is a question that's really, are you lazy? I know a lot of people don't want to admit that they're lazy, but sometimes you just don't really feel like doing anything. So maybe you just need to do a little R&R, you want to get refreshed and revived, restored, okay? And so it looks like you're lazy, but you just want to get rejuvenated. And which is great. I like that this holiday happens around this time of year. We had Juneteenth, we had Independence Day. That gives us an opportunity to get refueled and get revived so we can finish strong in the second half of the year, okay? So 3 things to do to have a lazy business. Sounds so funny when you think about it, right? First, you need to develop a system. I listened to this one audio by Dr. Stan Breakthrough, and he says system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. Now, I'm going to tell you what's really, really cool about some systems, and particularly some business models. The reason that network marketing and multi-level marketing are really, really awesome is because they already have a system. They've already done all of the hard work for you. Also, a franchise. They've already done all the hard work for you. So it's kind of like plug and play. So they've developed a system for you. So for my go-getters that say, hey, look, I want to have my own franchise, or, I want to start my own network marketing, multi-level marketing business. You have to develop the system. That system is going to tell not only you what to do, right? But it's going to actually tell new people that are coming to your network marketing or multi-level marketing opportunity or to your franchise exactly what to do. It's literally all of the nuts and bolts, all of the legalities. Everything is done for them to make it super simple. And what is your reward? Well, you're going to get rewarded because you are going to get what they call royalties if you set this up correctly, right? But if you want to be the person that's leading the charge with that, you have to develop a system. Now, this is what's unique about this, right? The first place probably to start when you're developing any type of system, particularly if you're a startup, is you probably want to have a business plan. And if you don't know where to get a business plan, just go to slowandyblues.com, click on resources, and you can get access to a template, not only for a business plan, but also you can download our free marketing plan and also our guides. And those things tell you, it walks you through step by step on how to do your business plan and also how to do your business marketing plan, as well as as well as the guide. So you have an actual template where you can kind of plug in all information, but there's a guide to walk you through the template. What is the next thing that you need to do to have a lazy business? Once you have your plan in place, you need to automate this system. So you're going to develop the system. Now you need to automate your system. So if you heard me talking about our sponsor, BigNet Domain, and BigNetDomain.com, and I was saying, hey, look, people still have digital dilemmas in the 21st century. And part of automating your system, literally, it's the whole gamut. And most of it's going to be digital in the 21st century. No matter what type of business you're in, whether you're in a brick and mortar or whether you're in a virtual business, you're going to have this digital component to it. And you're going to have to automate that system. You ever heard of this little company called McDonald's? And so now you're kind of talking about this system, right? They developed the system, but then they had to like really kind of automate the system. So they came up with a system, and what they did is they said, okay, it takes us this many steps to make a burger. Well, of course, they had all of the machinery to do it, but then they had to have the human element to come in and do it. And now they've gone a step further. During a pandemic, almost every McDonald's, probably at least in North America, they've been automated. When you go into a McDonald's now, you don't even have to go and talk to a person. You just go and hit a touch screen, and it may be only 2 people in the entire McDonald's working at any given time because they have literally automated that whole thing. So whether you're going through the drive-thru or whether you're actually going inside, you just tap a screen or you pull up and you tell the person and they'll take your order. And it's literally that simple. Imagine if that was your business and you did that, I would say that intellectual rigor to automate your system. And now it's really plug and play. No matter what person comes in at whatever location, if you're brick and mortar, they know exactly how to do everything. So if you understand what I'm saying, when you're developing your system and then you're going to automate your system, it must be written down. It must be written down somewhere. So, and typically it's probably going to be it's probably going to be digital because everybody have their smart devices, right? If you go to if you've gone to the doctor recently, you probably see that when you come in, they'll have you check in, and what will they hand you? They will hand you some type of smart device, or they'll say, "Hey, look, before you come for your appointment, make sure you go on our website and fill out this information." That's part of the automation process, which is really like your intake process. But the biggest point that I don't want you to miss is that if you want to have a lazy business, you have to automate that thing. Put it like day on, stay on. If you go to our website, a lot of our stuff is just there for people to interact with. And of course, we go and we do this last step. That's optimizing your system. So when you're in this digital world, there is what I call the gloss, what something looks like, how people interact with it. But then there is the sauce, and the sauce is where all of the money is made, because the sauce is really all of the things behind the scene. In fact, I was talking to Nish and Tracy Hall, really Nish Hall, and they have a very, very awesome business director here in the DMV. And they have an automated system where they can see everything that goes on in the back end of their system. And they can see what's working and what's not working. And it's really, really awesome when you can do that. And what do you optimize? Why are you optimizing your system? Well, you're optimizing your system to maximize revenue and maximize profits. For example, if you went to a Five Guys, that place that sells those great hamburgers, and they're all over the place, right? They have a very, very slim product line. They have burgers and they have dogs and they have French fries. They have obviously drinks, water, soda, and shakes. That's a very slim product line, right? And they also have different types of burgers. You want a single burger, you want a cheeseburger, you want that with some bacon or whatever the case may be. These are all things that are on their menu, but primarily it's all burgers. They can literally go in the back of their system and their ordering system and see exactly what is the number one selling thing here. Now imagine I said, you know what? We have onion rings and we have fries, but 98% of the people that come here want fries. They don't want onion rings. Do you think they're going to probably keep onion rings on their menu? Probably not, because they would probably be losing money if they did that. They would not be they would not be maximizing their profitability if they did that. Although that's 2%, You can say, well, hey, we can do away with that because 98% of people, I would do it. They get fries. So why are we going to continue to make something that people don't want? So optimization, when you're optimizing, which means you can go in the back end and see like all of the sales and at your various locations, if you're brick and mortar, you can see what's really doing well and what's not doing well. And the things that are not doing well, you might not want to totally eliminate it sometime, but you might want to reduce that particular item or service because you know that people don't want it. And that was super duper easy, right? So if you want to be like Larry, the three things you have to do, you have to develop a system, you have to automate your system, and then you have to optimize your system. And if you want to see some great examples of that, look at some very, very just prominent franchises. If you're brick and mortar, look at restaurants and study their models and see what they look like. You can look at Subway, you can look at Five Guys, you can look at McDonald's, you can look at Burger King, you can look at Pizza Hut. The list goes on, right? So you don't have to start from scratch. And also understand that all of those founders, they started with a vision, right? And so if you do not have a personal vision for your own self, chances are it's going to be very hard for you to develop a business vision for a business vision, right? Because you are totally and 100% connected to your business, your enterprise that you're involved in. So I hope that helped a lot of people out. And our main takeaway is this: an automated system gives you infinite time to be lazy. Well, let me just tweak that a little bit. An automated, optimized system gives you infinite time to be lazy. And what's your homework? Well, I'm glad you asked. Automate as much of your business process as possible. And when it's automated, that means that guess what? Part of that is that you not only developed a system, you've automated it and you've optimized it, but part of that is maybe handing that off to a manager, right? And letting them report back to you. That is the ultimate place that you want to be if you're an entrepreneur and a business owner. You want to get to the place to where you can take everything off of your plate and let people start reporting back to you, and then you can make those strategic decisions that help you maximize revenue as well as maximize profitability. So tell anyone you know that's suffering from slow money blues to tune in each Tuesday from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Don't forget to follow, like, and share at Slow Money Blues on social media, and also join our private first Facebook group. Until next time, what I want you to do is I want you to continue to build, launch, and grow your own personal freedom success system. I won't see you at the top, but I will see you over the top. Hey, listen, if you stayed to the end of the show, give yourself a round of applause. And also, it's a good time to cheer. Yay for you, and yay for me, and yay for us. And also, it's always a time to laugh. I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.